It's really great to see. Need to get back to our storm watch, Brandon, because we're following a lot of activity right now.
Yeah, so we got a little bit of something coming overnight tonight, another storm. Now, not everyone's going to see this. In fact, most of us are not going to see anything at all from this storm coming up through, but which places it does hit, it will hit pretty hard. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we had today in Albuquerque. I'll tell you what, today felt like a heat wave compared to what we've had the last 3 or 4 days. 50 is what we got up at the Sunport today. Now our average high for this day is around 48, so I'll take it. 2 degrees above average. We were at 30 this morning. I will say I predicted 45. We got a little bit warmer today than what I predicted, and that's because the dry air heats and cools more efficiently, and that's how we were able to get just a little bit warmer earlier this afternoon. Now, as we look at the western part of the United States, this system you see in Utah, especially southern Utah, that's going to glance the northern part of the state as we get through the overnight hours, and that's that system I'm talking about that'll give us some snow. Right now, winds are beginning to calm down substantially from what we had earlier today. Again, we had wind gusts anywhere between about 50 to 65 miles per hour here around Las Vegas and Raton, and that's what caused I-25 to be closed earlier today. Now, sustained right now at 17 miles per hour in Raton, so not too bad, and those winds will continue to slightly calm down as we continue through the rest of the night, and then snow chances will begin to pick up in the Four Corners after midnight tonight. Now, that's not saying that it's not going to be cold here, especially in northeast New Mexico. The Arctic cold front has stopped in between Santa Rosa and Tucumcari, so 5 tonight for Raton, and then you go to Clayton, 5 below 0. But still, even outside of that Arctic cold front, it's still going to be cold, teens and 20s for most of the state, including some 30s around Socorro, 31 tonight as well for Truth or Consequences. As we get toward tomorrow, those snow chances for the northern part of the state will begin to lift out as we get toward the evening time. Could last in the highest peaks, maybe around southern Colorado as well. But for Albuquerque for tomorrow, yeah, there's only about a 10% chance of a few flurries early in the morning. And like I said, that's only a 10% chance, 32 at 8 a.m. By the time we're talking noon and 4 p.m., upper 40s to around 50 again. The winds are going to be a little bit higher tomorrow as well for the central and northern part of the state, as well as east New Mexico, because of this system kind of moving through. So let's talk about it. High-risk futurecast. Here's 8 p.m. tonight, moving through 7 to 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. You see that system starts in the Four Corners, works its way toward the southeast. So Santa Fe, there is a chance you could see a couple of snow showers during the morning time tomorrow, especially extreme northern New Mexico. So we're talking Rio Arriba County toward Pagosa Springs as well, and Durango. Again, that moves out. Here's 3 p.m. A couple of flurries left over for southern Colorado. Most of the state, you're just going to be sunny tomorrow, and it's going to feel pretty nice for the central and southern part of the state outside of that Arctic cold front. So snow accumulations up to 1 inch possible in Taos, maybe even 2 inches for Durango, but this is really more of a mountain storm. So a winter weather advisory tonight through 8 p.m. Sunday. This is for 3 to 6 inches of snow for Los Alamos, the Jemez Mountains, and the western slopes of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. But in the pink, we do have a winter storm warning, again, mainly for higher elevations, but places like Chama and the higher elevations of the Tusas Mountains and San Juan Mountains, up to 1 foot of snow is likely with this storm, which, hey, we'll take it, right, for the ski resorts as well. Monday, another Arctic cold front will begin to push through eastern New Mexico, and that's going to drop wind chills even more. So here's wind chills forecast for tomorrow morning. 24 below 0 is what it could feel like in Clayton, 3 below 0 in Tucumcari, 2 below 0 in Clovis. But as you see here, I'm going to just continue advancing this even through Monday and Tuesday when this next Arctic cold front pushes through. It remains locked in east New Mexico. So for Albuquerque, we're really not going to see those really bad wind chills, but still 10 to 15 below 0 readings possible Tuesday morning for places like Las Vegas, down towards Santa Rosa and Tucumcari, as well as Raton. So keep that in mind. For Roswell, you're at 50 tomorrow, so a little bit cooler than what you had 60s today. And then look at Tuesday, 34. And then by Wednesday, you're back up into the low 60s. So a temperature roller coaster is what I like to call that. 50s, some 40s, and even some 60s for the I-10 corridor in the southwestern part of the state tomorrow. And then northwest, you have snow moving in overnight. That'll last through the morning for Farmington. A dusting possible in some places, but we're not expecting big accumulation from that. Your highs fall back into the 30s by Monday and Tuesday. It's the same for the North Mountains tomorrow. A high of 36 in Santa Fe with a 30% chance of a couple of snow showers in the morning. Maybe a quick dusting possible for most of the city. Otherwise, we're not expecting big accumulations. cold for the Northeast tomorrow. 7 degrees is your high in Clayton tomorrow, 32 for Raton. And then we look at the East Mountains. That Arctic cold front didn't quite make it there. Temperatures in the low 40s for highs, and even a quick check of the metro tomorrow. Temperatures even a degree or two warmer for some areas. We'll be in the upper 40s, around 50. Rio Rancho, it's a high of 49. Only a 10% chance of a flurry tomorrow morning. It's the same for Albuquerque. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, staying dry with a high in the upper 40s. Don't go